Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. On 2nd down now, it's Hamilton, and able to get taken down right at the 20. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramsey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
Eddie Moore that did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On second down, it's Hamilton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Kelly. And he'll take it into the end down Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw on second down, Samuels.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's complete to Cobb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This one from 35 yards away. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run with Samuels. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the bootleg, Samuels. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Samuels, and he's got Booker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Samuels. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Out to the right here to Shepard. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now to Samuels. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Samuels. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down now, it's Hamilton, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, Hamilton, and he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hamilton, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ramsey. 7 yards, the pickup there. Second and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Off the bootleg, Samuels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Samuels. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. At 30-27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the handoff, it's Samuels. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Back to throw. Samuels. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been up and down in distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ramsey. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught by Cobb. A gain of 6 there on first. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it, because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Now they've disrupted already for 3 INTs. On 2nd down, Samuels. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Samuels. And that is incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They go draw play. This is Samuels. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Samuels. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lamb.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Off play action. Samuels. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And This is Shepard on the jet sweep. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now a first carry for their fullback. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And his kick is indeed good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him. And I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the 2nd of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings matching up against the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video and those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Second and 10. Back to throw. Samuels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. To throw on third down. Samuels. Here's Booker on the catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Samuels firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
From the gun on third down, Samuels. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Samuels. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Samuels again. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
Inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet
or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hamilton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Ramsey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 2nd and 5. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Franklin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll try the left side. Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Samuels going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. They took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, what do you look at stat line-wise for your play? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They'll keep it on the ground. Hamilton, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st down, it's Hamilton. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
2nd and 9 now.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And after getting tagged, very slow to get up. While the Traders take a look, we'll step aside. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be a dump off for Kelly. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Kelly. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called.
They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. The point after is good. And the lead will swell by one more. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
What's the deal, y'all?
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Samuels. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down. Samuels. Looking middle, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Their fullback. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Griffin's got it, middle of the field.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
They'll run on first down. It's Kelly, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Ramsey. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, That's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Kelly again. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.